Welcome to MBANow. I'm Adam DeSanctis. With me today is Josh Friend from Insellerate. Josh, it's so great to have you here again.
Thanks, Adam.
First off, tell us a little bit about your career and how you got started in the industry.
I've been in the industry now for 23 years, going on 24 years. I was 22. I became a loan consultant at a place called LoanWorks, which was IndyMac Bank's first consumer direct retail arm. And I worked there for a handful of years. By 2003, I started my first mortgage company. And since then, I have been part of 6 different mortgage companies. I've most recently was part of People's Bank, the shareholder, and I brought my mortgage company underneath them in about 2010. We sold the bank, but I helped them grow the business from about 180 million a year to 3 billion a year in origination. So I've always been on the origination side. Always been running mortgage companies. Always been, whether it's training loan officers, underwriters. And that's what my background has been. And Insellerate came out of that. So we had, software we built for ourselves to make ourselves more efficient. We couldn't find it in the marketplace. And so we built Insellerate. And, based off the success of that, other lenders started seeing what we were doing and asked, gee, can I use that? And so over a period of time, I said, sure, you can. So now it's what I do full time is I just run Insellerate, and we were able to pass on our knowledge from my knowledge, 24 years experience. My team has lots of knowledge to help our lenders really grow and do better.
That's all very great. What would you say you're most passionate about?
I really there's 2 things. One, it's the fact that we get to help so many consumers, right? If we're in our industry, if we're really thinking about what we're doing, this industry serves people to help build their biggest wealth, the average American's biggest wealth. Their dream is of home ownership. We're in the industry that actually allows that to take place, right? So if you really think about, sometimes we get caught up in product and marketing and rates and where's all these different things. So we're thinking about what we're doing, but the reality is we're really helping a lot of people. So I really like the fact that we get to serve consumers, and I think also a loan consultant, loan officer sits in a place to really help consumers in a way that other people don't, right? When you're taking a loan application, you see a financial picture that's much more clear than anyone else does, right? Your average consumer doesn't go to their CPA and give them all their information or their financial planner. They give them some, but you see everything. So I think it's really, great that we can really help people. So I think that's something that's, I think one of the things I've always been really passionate about. And then now with Insellerate, I love seeing progress and I love seeing people grow. I like seeing new ideas and innovation, and that really allows us to do that, right? So now we have, over 100 clients, and they're using our software, they're innovating, and now all that ability to want to help the consumer and then to innovate to make it easier, faster, right, less expensive, less friction. We really get to play a big part in that. So I think that's a lot of fun, and we're really, I think, shaping some of the industry right now and some of the technology we've rolled out because of it.
And as you know, the market has changed quite a bit in recent months. What do lenders need to focus on most right now?
Yeah, the words typically I always use is efficiency, right? So we can kind of break that down. But efficiency, right? During the last few years, we weren't as efficient because we were just throwing bodies to keep up with the demand. Now it's about becoming super efficient, right? How do you become efficient? And it's really understanding your process. And understand how you sell, how you underwrite, how you close loans, how you market to consumers, making sure that all lines up so you can create the least amount of friction as possible. And then the second thing is retention, right? It's the average lender gets less than 18% of their return clients, so it's something that's a big hole for lenders. And in a market like this, even though rates have gone up, volume's going down, we're still expected a 2.5 trillion plus a year. Still a lot of business. So there's a lot of people getting those loans. And so that 2.5 trillion, they're not all first-time homeowners, and they're not all, a very small percentage of them are. So the reality is those are people that you did a loan for last year. So if you can really understand how to retain customers, build customers for life, then you're going to have repeat business. Depending on what study you look at, it's between 7 to 13 transactions per consumer in their lifetime. So think about that math. So what you want to look at is how many of those are you going to get? Can you get 5 of them? Right, that becomes very valuable. So right now, making sure that all these people you spoke to in the last several years, all the loans you closed over the last 5 years, that if they're going to be in the market, You want to be in front of them. So have proactive marketing campaigns, have something that of value, like we send out a home report. On a monthly basis, consumers get a home report, tells them the value of their house, tells them the recent sales comps in the area, but it's something very engaging. Consumers would look at this all the time. So, give something that can keep the consumer engaged with you over a long period of time, and then you can really retain them.
Yeah, and mortgage rates now are 2 full percentage points higher than a year ago. What are some new trends that are shaping up and now, dealing in this higher rate environment?
Well, so I heard for the first time on the radio 2 days ago an ad for a HELOC, home equity line of credit, right? And I was like, hey, that's back. I mean, that's the first time. I don't think. I mean, when was the last time you heard a HELOC commercial? It's been a long time. So that's one. We're seeing some of our lenders who are doing a lot of HELOCs that are really ramping that up. And it's not as profitable as doing a regular refinance or purchase loan. But what it does is it still keeps momentum within the organization. It allows you to still grow, retain employees, right? Make some money. Because what happens in this marketplace is rates go up. Over the next, several months, things are going to shift. People are going to, we've already seen it, layoffs have already happened. So what winds up happening is soon the market becomes, say easier again, but less competitive because there's less people playing in it. So I think that's what we'll start seeing over the next, 3 to 4 months. So we're seeing lenders figuring out products right now, how to remarket to their past customers, really dial in, what customers they should be going after and who they have a benefit to offer to. And so we see people doing that right now to really, still maximize and, maintain profitability. And then really looking at, hey, what's the market going to look like in, 3 months, 6 months? What's the next product? What should we be growing into?
Josh, it's been so great to have you here today. I've enjoyed the conversation. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.